Yeah, so the original the property was a property that was
in the match program.
Match program. And can you describe the match program a little bit?
Yes, and I actually remember the meeting when the owners came. The owners came to our one of our very first workshops about it. I'm always a little fuzzy about the year, but I think it was 2010, and we had just completed a strategic plan. And farm land preservation has always been an important part of the conservation work that we do, holding easements on farms, and when we can find the money to actually purchase the easements. But we had a lot of discussion about the importance of farming really to the landscape here and to the nature of the community here. And we had decided that we wanted to try to think of more ways that we could be supportive of farming, on the theory that anything we could do to make it possible for farmers to earn a living doing farming would be a good conservation strategy. If people could use the land and keep working on it, it's going to stay open. Just because it stays open, there's a lot less external costs associated with just having a farmer making a living than having to do an easement and all of that kind of thing. And that access to land is obviously one of the major challenges for farmers in our area. The price of land is just a little too high to actually buy at market value and go make a living for most farm businesses. So we got this idea. It wasn't a completely original idea, I suppose, that there are a lot of people here now who own farmland, like the people that own the farm where Jason is, who aren't farmers. And many of them would actually enjoy seeing their land put to use, or used in a different way perhaps than it's been used.
It seems like there's going to be becoming a lot more interest in this type of thing.
Well, there's a huge interest in it. At this point, we keep this database. It's available on our website. We have, Marissa told me 2 weeks ago, we have 160 landowners.
Holy moly,
and we have 160 farmers. The numbers, it's really fascinating. Throughout the entire time we've been doing this, it says 7 or 8 years now, we've had almost the same number of farm searchers and landowners along the way as the database has grown. There was 60 and 60, there was 80 and 80. Now it's about 160, and they're not all active.
Yeah.
We've made a total of, I think, 64 matches since we started this, and most of them, as far as I know, are still going on. We know that some of them are not. Some, as in your case, people decided to do something else, and another person stepped in. Sometimes, they don't work out. They're personality issues, or just the situation. The farmers need a very particular type of land or situation for their business, and presumably they think about all that before they go into a deal like this, but maybe it isn't quite the right place. These relationships are all very individual. There's no cut and dried model. We don't have like a model lease to pull off the shelf and say, here, sign this. The business relationship between the landowner and the farmers vary tremendously, and the extent to which the landowner is actually engaged with the business varies a lot. We did a match over in Ghent a few years ago where the landowners are people who aren't farming, but they were brought up on the farm. They were farm people, and they now make a living in some other way. They really wanted the farm to continue to be used, and they're thrilled to have this match there. They're actually charging rent, though. They need that income, and that farm is able to cough up a certain amount of money every month. I don't know what the rent is. But on the weekends, the guy's really happy to get out on a tractor and help dig some post holes and do stuff like that. He loves it, and he's so happy that someone's working there, and he's actually kind of engaged as a friendly friend who's helping out.